Welcome to an epic adventure of survival and endurance in the heart of nature's most challenging conditions. Join us as we embark on a thrilling 10-day journey, braving the elements in a snow cave during an intense thunderstorm. This is not your average camping trip. It's a test of human resilience and ingenuity in the face of Mother Nature's fury. Our story begins deep in the wilderness, where the landscape is blanketed in pristine white snow as far as the eye can see. The air is crisp and biting, carrying the promise of an impending storm. As experienced bushcrafters, we've come prepared for the worst. But nothing could have fully prepared us for the sheer intensity of what lay ahead. Day one starts with the meticulous construction of our snow cave, a structure that will serve as our home and sanctuary for the next 10 days. Using nothing but our bare hands and a few basic tools, we carve out a spacious shelter within a massive snowbank. The process is grueling, but the satisfaction of creating a refuge from the harsh elements is unmatched. As night falls, the first rumbles of thunder echo across the sky, signaling the beginning of our true test. The rain begins to fall softly at first, then with increasing ferocity. The pitter-patter on the snow above our cave creates an eerie yet oddly soothing ambience. Little do we know, this is just the calm before the storm. By day 3, the thunderstorm is in full swing. Lightning illuminates our snow cave in brilliant flashes, casting otherworldly shadows on the icy walls. The booming thunder that follows seems to shake the very foundation of our shelter. Yet inside our well-crafted snow cave, we remain dry and relatively comfortable. A testament to the effectiveness of our bushcraft skills. The constant drumming of rain on snow creates a unique soundtrack to our adventure. It's a mesmerizing ASMR experience that helps to calm our nerves during the most intense moments of the storm. We find ourselves appreciating the raw beauty of nature, even as it tests our limits. As the days progress, we face numerous challenges. Maintaining our food supply, staying warm, and keeping our spirits high become increasingly difficult tasks. We rely on our extensive bushcraft knowledge to forage for whatever sustenance we can find in this winter wonderland. Every meal becomes a celebration of survival, a reminder of our resilience in the face of adversity. The snow cave, our giant winter bushcraft shelter, proves to be more than just a place to sleep. It becomes our workshop, our kitchen, and our haven from the relentless storm outside. We spend hours improving and expanding our shelter, adding intricate ice sculptures and carvings to pass the time and express our creativity. Midway through our adventure, we experience a brief respite from the rain. The world outside our snow cave is transformed into a glistening ice palace. Every branch, every blade of grass is encased in a delicate sheath of ice, creating a breathtaking winter wonderland. We take this opportunity to venture out, carefully documenting the surreal beauty around us. But the calm is short-lived. The storm returns with renewed vigor, bringing with it howling winds that threaten to compromise our shelter. We work tirelessly to reinforce our snow cave, packing fresh snow onto its exterior to maintain its structural integrity. It's a constant battle against the elements, but one we're determined to win. As we enter the final days of our 10-day challenge, exhaustion begins to take its toll. The constant vigilance required to survive in these conditions wears on our bodies and minds. Yet we find strength in each other and in the incredible resilience of the human spirit. We share stories, laugh in the face of adversity, and remind ourselves of the incredible feat we're accomplishing. Throughout our journey, we've been capturing every moment on camera, determined to share this once-in-a-lifetime experience with the world. The contrast between the raging storm outside and the relative calm inside our snow cave creates captivating footage. The soft glow of our lanterns illuminates our faces as we speak directly to the camera, sharing our thoughts, fears, and triumphs. On the 10th and final day, as if on cue, the storm begins to subside. We emerge from our snow cave, blinking in the bright sunlight that now pierces through the dissipating clouds. The world around us is transformed, a fresh blanket of snow covering the landscape. We stand in awe of nature's power and beauty, feeling a profound sense of accomplishment and connection to the wilderness that has been our home for the past 10 days. As we begin to dismantle our snow cave and pack up our gear, we reflect on the incredible journey we've undergone. This experience has pushed us to our limits, testing our skills, our patience, and our determination. We've learned valuable lessons about survival, about the importance of preparation, and about our own capabilities in the face of extreme challenges. Our adventure in the snow cave during the thunderstorm has been more than just a test of survival skills. It's been a journey of self-discovery, a chance to disconnect from the modern world and reconnect with the raw power of nature. We've experienced moments of fear, of joy, of awe, and of profound peace, often all within the span of a single day. As we make our way back to civilization, we carry with us memories that will last a lifetime. The sound of rain on snow, the crack of thunder echoing through our ice chamber, the soft glow of lantern light on cave walls. These sensory experiences have been etched into our very being. We hope that by sharing our journey, we can inspire others to push their own boundaries, to seek out adventures that challenge them both physically and mentally. While not everyone may be ready to spend 10 days in a snow cave during a thunderstorm, we believe that everyone can benefit from stepping out of their comfort zone and embracing the unknown. Our experience serves as a reminder of the incredible adaptability of humans and the enduring allure of the great outdoors. It's a testament to the power of preparation, skill, and determination in the face of nature's most formidable challenges. As we conclude our video, we invite you to join us on future adventures, to learn from our experiences, and to perhaps embark on your own journey of discovery. Remember, the greatest growth often comes from facing our greatest fears and challenges head-on. Thank you for joining us on this incredible 10-day adventure in our snow cave. Till next time, stay wild, stay curious, and never stop exploring the amazing world around us. In this thrilling winter adventure, I set out to test my survival skills and push my limits by attempting to camp for 24 hours under the snow in a hot tent. Join me as I face the challenges of building a heated snow shelter and tackle the treacherous sledding hill of death. As the sun rises over the snow-covered landscape, I begin my journey into the heart of winter wilderness. The crisp air bites at my face, and the crunch of snow beneath my boots reminds me of the daunting task ahead. My goal is simple, yet ambitious. Survive a full day and night in the unforgiving cold, relying only on my wits and a specially designed hot tent. The first order of business is to find the perfect spot for my snow shelter. I scout the area, looking for a location that offers both protection from the wind and a stable foundation for my temporary home. After careful consideration, I settle on a small clearing surrounded by towering evergreens, their branches heavy with snow. With my site chosen, I begin the arduous process of setting up my hot tent. This isn't your average camping shelter. It's a specially designed haven that combines the insulation of snow with the warmth of a portable stove. As I unfurl the tent and secure it to the ground, I can't help but feel a mix of excitement and trepidation. Will this structure really keep me safe and warm in the frigid temperatures? The next step is crucial, building up the snow walls around the tent. I grab my shovel and start piling snow high around the base of the shelter. It's backbreaking work, but I know that these walls will provide an extra layer of insulation against the biting cold. As I pack the snow tightly, I can already feel the difference in temperature inside the tent. With the exterior of my snow shelter complete, I turn my attention to the interior. The portable stove is the heart of this setup, and I carefully position it in the center of the tent. As I light the fire, a wave of warmth washes over me, and I breathe a sigh of relief. This little stove will be my lifeline through the long, cold night ahead. As the day progresses, I venture out to explore my surroundings and gather additional resources. The pristine winter landscape is breathtaking, but it's also fraught with hidden dangers. I keep a watchful eye out for signs of wildlife and potential hazards. As I collect firewood and check my water supply, returning to my shelter, I'm pleased to find that the hot tent is living up to its name. The interior is cozy and warm, a stark contrast to the frigid world outside. I settle in for a meal, grateful for the hot food that helps stave off the cold. As night falls, the true test begins. The temperature drops dramatically, and I can hear the wind howling outside my snow fortress. I stoke the fire in the stove, determined to keep the cold at bay. Despite the warmth of the tent, sleep comes fitfully, as I remain alert to any changes in my environment. Throughout the night, I periodically check the stove and adjust my layers of clothing to maintain the delicate balance between warmth and comfort. The hours pass slowly, but I find a strange peace in the solitude of my snowbound shelter. As dawn breaks, I emerge from my tent, blinking in the bright sunlight reflected off the snow. I've made it through the night, but my challenge isn't over yet. There are still several hours to go before I complete my 24-hour survival test. To pass the time and add an extra element of excitement to my adventure, I decide to tackle what I've dubbed the sledding hill of death. It's a steep, winding slope that promises an adrenaline-pumping ride. If I can navigate it safely, I grab my sled and make the climb to the top of the hill. Looking down, I can feel my heart racing. The descent looks even more daunting from up here. But I've come too far to back down now. With a deep breath, I push off and begin my descent. The world becomes a blur of white as I hurtle down the hill. The sled picks up speed quickly, and I have to use all my strength and skill to steer around obstacles and sharp turns. There are moments when I'm sure I'm going to wipe out, but somehow I manage to stay on course. As I reach the bottom of the hill, my heart is pounding, and I'm breathless with exhilaration. I've conquered the sledding hill of death, and the rush of accomplishment is almost enough to make me forget the cold. With this final adventure complete, I return to my snow shelter to wait out the last few hours of my 24-hour challenge. As the time ticks by, I reflect on the experience. It's been grueling at times, but also incredibly rewarding. I've pushed myself to the limit and discovered strengths I didn't know I had. Finally, the 24-hour mark arrives. As I emerge from my snow shelter for the last time, I'm filled with a sense of pride and accomplishment. I've not only survived but thrived in one of the most challenging environments nature has to offer. Packing up my gear, I take one last look at the hot tent that kept me safe and warm through the long winter night. It's hard to believe that such a simple structure could make such a difference in this harsh landscape. As I make my way back to civilization, I carry with me the lessons learned from this intense 24-hour survival challenge. The experience has taught me the importance of preparation, the value of the right equipment, and the power of human resilience in the face of nature's extremes. This adventure under the snow has been more than just a test of survival skills. It's been a journey of self-discovery and a reminder of the raw beauty and power of the natural world. As I look back on the snow-covered landscape, I'm already dreaming of my next challenge. What limits will I push next? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure. I'll be ready for whatever adventure comes my way. Join me on an exhilarating 24-hour survival challenge as I brave the elements in a remote wilderness location. I'll be testing my skills and endurance by camping through a thunderstorm and heavy rain near a roaring waterfall, all while sheltering in a hot tent survival setup. This winter backpacking and hiking adventure will push me to my limits as I face harsh weather conditions and rugged terrain. As I trek deep into the backcountry, the sky grows ominously dark, and I can hear distant rumbles of thunder. The air feels heavy with moisture, signaling the approaching storm. I need to act fast to set up my shelter before the deluge begins. With practiced hands, I quickly assemble my hot tent, a lightweight yet sturdy canvas structure equipped with a small wood stove for warmth and cooking. Just as I finish securing the last guy line, fat raindrops begin pelting the tent. Within minutes, the skies open up and unleash a torrential downpour. Lightning flashes illuminate the landscape as booming thunder shakes the ground. Inside my shelter, I'm grateful for the waterproof canvas keeping me dry, but I know the real test is just beginning. As night falls, the storm intensifies. Howling winds buffet my tent, while sheets of rain lash against the walls. I stoke the wood stove, its warm glow providing comfort amidst nature's fury. Sleep comes in fits and starts as I remain vigilant, ready to reinforce my shelter if needed. Dawn breaks with the storm still raging. I emerge from my tent to survey the scene. Small streams have formed all around, carrying rainwater downhill towards the swollen river and thundering waterfall nearby. The ground is turned to mud, making each step treacherous. I carefully gather more firewood and refill my water containers from a clean mountain spring. Back in the relative safety of my hot tent, I prepare a hearty breakfast to fuel me for the challenges ahead. The constant drumming of rain on canvas is punctuated by occasional thunderclaps. I review my gear and supplies, ensuring everything stays dry and protected from the elements. As midday approaches, a brief lull in the storm allows me to venture out and check my surroundings. The waterfall that was merely picturesque yesterday now roars with terrifying power, its spray visible from hundreds of yards away. Small landslides have reshaped parts of the hillside, a stark reminder of nature's raw force. I take the opportunity to reinforce my tent's anchors and drainage trenches before the rain returns with renewed intensity. Back inside, I distract myself from the tempest by practicing essential survival skills: fire starting, knot tying, and gear maintenance. The wood stove requires constant attention to maintain warmth and dry out my damp clothing. As afternoon wears on, cabin fever sets in. The confines of the tent feel increasingly claustrophobic as hour after hour passes with no sign of the storm abating. I force myself to remain calm and focused, knowing that panic is the enemy of survival. I review my maps and plan potential escape routes should conditions worsen to dangerous levels. Evening brings a new challenge. cooking dinner with limited supplies while conserving fuel. I opt for a simple yet calorie-dense meal of dehydrated backpacking food, supplemented with foraged edibles I collected earlier. The hot meal does wonders for my morale as I settle in for another long night. Sleep proves elusive once again as the storm reaches a crescendo. Wind-driven rain finds its way through small gaps in the tent seams, forcing me to constantly adjust my sleeping position to stay dry. The ground beneath me has become saturated, with water beginning to seep up through the tent floor. I wake before dawn to find my shelter listing dangerously to one side. One of the main support poles has shifted in the softened earth. Working quickly in the dim light, I manage to restake and stabilize the tent before catastrophe strikes. It's a stark reminder of how precarious my situation truly is. As the 24-hour mark approaches, I feel a mix of exhaustion and exhilaration. The relentless storm has tested me in ways I never imagined, pushing my skills and equipment to their limits. Yet I've persevered, adapting to each new challenge as it arose. Finally, almost exactly 24 hours after it began, the storm begins to subside. Rays of sunlight pierce the clouds, illuminating a landscape transformed by water and wind. The air feels crisp and clean, filled with the earthy scent of wet soil and vegetation. I emerge from my shelter, stretching muscles stiff from confinement. The world around me is a study in contrasts. Devastation wrought by landslides and fallen trees, juxtaposed against the vibrant new growth already springing up in water-soaked soil. As I begin to break down my camp, I reflect on the lessons learned during this intense 24-hour survival challenge. The experience has reinforced the importance of proper preparation, adaptability, and mental resilience when facing nature's fury. I've gained newfound respect for the power of water and weather, as well as confidence in my ability to endure extreme conditions. This adventure has been a stark reminder that even with the best gear and skills, nature always has the upper hand. Surviving 24 hours in a thunderstorm and heavy rain near a raging waterfall was no easy feat. But it's experiences like these that truly test one's mettle and push the boundaries of what's possible in outdoor survival. As I shoulder my pack and begin the trek back to civilization, I'm already planning my next wilderness challenge. But for now, I am content in the knowledge that I've faced some of the harshest conditions. Nature can dish out and emerge stronger for it. Remember, while adventures like these can be exhilarating, they also carry significant risks. Always prioritize safety, inform others of your plans, and never underestimate the power of nature. With proper preparation and respect for the wilderness, you too can push your limits and discover what you're truly capable of in the great outdoors.